Okay, let's just be like so for real here. Once you get to the point that you just hate fitness, it's so hard to get any kind of workout in, especially if you're working out on your own, or even if you go to like a fitness boutique where you're doing classes and just you got to show up and do what you got to do. But if you are wanting to kind of bridge that gap while you work through your fears or frustrations or limiting beliefs or previous expectations or views on what fitness is and a healthy body and a healthy lifestyle and things like that, I want to kind of show you how I would go about kind of creating and writing a workout for you to just get you through this rough patch of feeling like you hate fitness and you don't want to do it anymore, or whatever the case may be. And if you don't want to necessarily write a workout, but you still want to kind of bridge that gap of hating it but not doing 2-hour workouts or just scrolling online for the next available thing, I do have a freebie down below, done in 10. It's 20 different workouts you can do in 10 minutes, and doesn't matter what you have available, there's going to be options. So if you don't want to worry about writing this workout, definitely check that out down below. Otherwise, how I would go about it is just looking at kind of what your environment is right now. If you are necessarily like done or over or frustrated with your gym, you can do home workouts. Or if you don't have availability for a gym, home workouts are great. I always start with like floor workouts, because if you've got hardwood floors or anything like that and a pair of socks, you can do a lot of different things. Please don't judge my floor, but it can be as simple as like walking around and working on core exercises, can be some tucks, can be glute exercises. Glute, that's hamstrings. But you can just start with simple floor exercises. And the stuff with socks is kind of nice because it switches things up and it gives it something kind of interesting. Now, if you do have access to, let's say, a little bit more, whether it's home equipment or a basement, because I know some of you probably will, let's just jump down there and see what you've got available. Now, it can range, of course, from like cardio machines, like we've got an Echo bike, to just like some dumbbell type stuff, or benches and deadlifting platform. Like it doesn't have to be anything crazy either, because like I've got a sandbag, otherwise kettlebells and dumbbells. So it doesn't have to be anything necessarily like super crazy, but what I would recommend is, say, and we don't judge the basement, remember, is what I always go to when I am struggling is picking 3 exercises, just 3. It can be an upper lower core exercise, it can be 3 upper body exercises, can be 3 lower body exercises, can be 3 core exercises, it can be 3 HIIT exercises. What I like to do, for instance, or it can be 2, and just going for 10 minutes. That's the other thing, is for a 10-minute workout, it doesn't have to be timed perfectly. It can just be putting a 10-minute timer on and going from there. If you want it more kind of Tabata style, where you're doing an exercise for like a minute and then you move on to the next exercise, or it's like 45 seconds, 15 rest, 45 second, 15 rest for 10 minutes. I do have a video breakdown on the free app that I use and that I used for my fitness classes as well. So I will go ahead and link that like up here or something. But it can also be like, for this guy, I like to do like 10 calories on a bike, and then it can be like 15 or 20 sit-ups, and then you just cycle through that for like 10 minutes for however long you can go. Or if you wanted to be extra cardio-y, it can be this and then jump roping, where it's like double unders or just single unders and things like that. But it's just being creative and open to what you've got available. It's not going to be, let me turn off all the lights. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be pretty, but it is going to get you that consistency that you are struggling with. And if you're able to just pick and choose what you want to do, that's going to make it that much easier. So it's no right or wrong way of making it work. It's just really what's going to keep you going, what are you going to want to actually do, and what's going to get you through this time period. So again, this isn't forever. It's not a this is how it has to be kind of thing. But if you are wanting to kind of bridge that gap, or even just to prove yourself that you don't have to do those 2-hour workouts, 10 minutes is a great challenge. Again, not because it's long or necessarily hard, but it is going to be more of a mindset challenge when you're wanting to change the way that you view fitness in general. So that's how I would go about it. Simple as that. No overthinking, no extra. Again, if you want more like ideas kind of to play around with or to get started or to just not even think about at all, grab that Done in 10 down below in the description. Again, 20 different workouts from dumbbell, kettlebell, body weight, core and cardio, and even some boxing combos as well if you want to kind of get into that too. But that's all it takes. It's nothing extra, nothing more, nothing complicated, besides just going to be challenging yourself mentally to get through it. But that is all I have for right now. I will go ahead and link a video that I think would be a great next step for you based on trying to get that mindset behind you and moving forward. Otherwise, I'll go ahead and just link one of my favorite Done in 10 workout options right here for you to try out so you can kind of get an idea of what that will look like and how I recommend going about it. But otherwise, you are doing fantastic, and I will see you there.